our next topic is electric intensity at equatorial point on electric dipole. जस्ट प्रीवियस टॉपिक में हमने क्या देखा कि इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल के कारण एक्सियल पॉइंट पे इंटेंसिटी कितनी होती है। अब इक्वेटोरियल पॉइंट देखना है। सपोज अब इक्वेटोरियल पॉइंट क्या है तो वो डाइपोल बना के बता रहे हैं। सपोज वी हैव अ इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल AB is electric dipole having charge minus q and plus q separated by 2l distance. This one L, this one L. Center point is O. It is electric dipole. तो इसके एक्सिस में जो पॉइंट होगा वो एक्सियल पॉइंट है और वहां पे हमने इंटेंसिटी निकाल लिया है। अब इक्वेटोरियल पॉइंट, तो इक्वेटोरियल पॉइंट में ये जो एक्सिस होगी, इस एक्सिस पे किसी पॉइंट पे इंटेंसिटी निकालना है तो वो उसका इक्वेटोरियल पॉइंट कहलाएगा। तो हम ऊपर कंसीडर कर रहे हैं O इज अ पॉइंट P is axial point and where we have to find out electric intensity. P is a axial point having distance r. सपोज r डिस्टेंस ले लिया इसकी, तो दोनों चार्ज से क्या डिस्टेंस है उसको देखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे इंटेंसिटी निकालना है। तो सबसे पहले देखा प्रीवियस टॉपिक में कि इंटेंसिटी ड्यू टू दैट माइनस क्यू चार्ज कितना होगा, दिस माइनस क्यू चार्ज के कारण क्या होगा, इसको निकालना है। तो इसके लिए पहले हम लोग ये डिस्टेंस देख लेते हैं, कितनी डिस्टेंस है इसकी और इसकी। तो आपको मालूम है ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फार्मूले से भी लग जाएगा। राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल है, एल है और आर है, तो डिस्टेंस ऑफ एपी विल बी आर स्क्वायर प्लस एल स्क्वायर। सिमिलरली दिस डिस्टेंस आल्सो विल बी इक्वल टू आर स्क्वायर प्लस एल स्क्वायर। सब लोग अच्छे से जानते हैं ये डिस्टेंस कितनी आएगी, हाइपोटेन्यूस स्क्वायर इक्वल टू होगा दिस स्क्वायर प्लस दिस स्क्वायर, और इसमें भी ये आ जाएगा। सपोज दिस एंगल इज थीटा, तो ये भी एंगल थीटा होगा। हमारा टारगेट है पी पॉइंट पे इंटेंसिटी निकालना। तो सबसे पहले देखें इस माइनस के चार्ज के कारण इंटेंसिटी क्या होगी। आपको क्या करना है, सबसे पहले वो डायग्राम को ही समझना है। डायग्राम आपने अच्छे से बना लिया तो डेरिवेशन पूरा कंप्लीटली बन जाएगा। डायग्राम के अकॉर्डिंग ही डेरिवेशन कंप्लीट होता है, ठीक। तो firstly we have to find out intensity at point P due to minus Q charge. Suppose E1 is the intensity at point P due to that minus Q charge. E1 is the intensity at point P due to minus Q charge. And what will be the direction of E1? We know that the direction of intensity due to minus charge is toward the negative. Means this one will be the direction of intensity E1. But this E1 has two component. E1 has two component. Suppose this angle is theta. This angle also will be theta due to alternate angle. Then there will be two direction of E1. It will be E1 cos theta and this will be E1 sin theta. E1 has two components, E1 cos theta and E1 sin theta. Now we have to find out intensity at point P due to that plus Q charge. That plus Q charge intensity at point P is away from positive. We know that intensity at any point due to plus Q charge, what will be the direction of that intensity? So away from positive charge means direction of E2 will be in this direction, away from positive. For negative charge, its direction is toward the negative at point P, but due to positive charge, away from that positive charge. Similarly, E2 has two components. This one E1 sin theta, E2 sin theta, and other one E2 cos theta. because this angle is theta, then it will be also theta due to corresponding angle. Due to corresponding angle, the cos component belongs to this angle. Now in this diagram we can see that the sine component are equal in opposite direction and cos component are added to each other. Now intensity at point P due to minus q charge will be equal to E1 equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught according to formula of intensity, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and suppose K is the dielectric media, then K also be taken Q upon R square. Q that means that Q. R square means distance between A and P, and we know that distance between A and P is root of R square plus L square. Then total distance square will be R square plus L square. Again, suppose it is equation number 1 and intensity due to minus q charge. Similarly, intensity at same point P due to plus q charge. Due to plus q charge, it will be E2 equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K Q upon distance. Distance also same. That means R square plus L square. Equation number 2. But we know that from equation 1 and 2, E1 is exactly equal to E2 in magnitude. Only in magnitude, no in direction. The magnitude of E1 and E2 are same. Therefore, when E1 and E2 is same, then E2 sin theta and E1 sin theta having same magnitude but in opposite direction, thus they cancel to each other. That means the sine component of their intensity will be cancelled and cos component will be added up. Then total intensity, resultant intensity at point P will be resultant intensity at point P. Resultant intensity due to complete dipole at point P will be E equal to E1 cos theta plus again E2 cos theta, and we know that E1 and E2 are equals, then it will be 2 E1 cos theta. Now we put the value of E1 and cos theta, then it will be 2 value of E1, this one, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K Q upon R square plus L square, and value of cos theta from any one triangle. From this triangle, cos theta will be cos theta adjacent upon hypotenuse. That means it will be L upon root of R square plus L square. Again 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K, it can be written as Q into 2L. Q into 2L, and combined value of this R square plus L square whole power 3 by 2. In next step, we can be written as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught K Q into 2L. We know that Q into 2L is dipole moment, electric dipole moment P. Then it will be R square plus L square 3 by 2. It is the formula for intensity at point P due to this dipole. Equation number 3, where P is Q into 2L and then electric dipole moment. Now, for short dipole, suppose dipole is very short. When dipole is very short, then this length will be very small and can be neglected. Again, for short dipole, small l is very less than r, and therefore L square can be neglected in formula 3. Then expression will be 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught k P upon R cube. Equation 4 is expression for intensity due to short dipole, and equation 3 is expression for intensity due to long dipole. Okay.